Okay, so a lot of people would argue there's all these so-called Christians in America. How come no one recognizes you? Well, first of all, they've been bred to worship Zeus and his son. Bear with me. The eagle was the symbol of Rome. Okay? It's also the symbol of America. It's also a Babylonian symbol. That's a story for another day. And the wordplay, E-A goal, right? E-A is a name for inky. E-A goal, E-A gal, E-A leg, right? Figure it out, so on and so forth. If you reject the wordplay, that's okay, because there's no way you're going to reject the rest of this. The image they use is Serapis, and it's kind of mixed with some English genes. It's what happens when Serapis cults migrate throughout Europe with the Roman Empire, right? These were cult groups, and the army was a part of them. They're cultivative cycles, cultures, and so on, and they migrate into England and Germany and so on and so forth, okay? The Crusader nations, if you will. And what then happens is these guys start taking new forms as their DNA starts breeding with different people, the locals, and so on and so forth. But they're Serapis-ish. So Serapis is the son of Zeus. Pergamum, or whatever it is in the Bible and Revelations, where Satan has his throne, the temple of Zeus. We know this for more than one reason. We look at Christmas. It is a Zeus-ish Santa Claus. Santa, whose name is Satan. See laws, law of the land versus the law of the skies. And we have a bunch of cops, historically, and military guys who are shaped like Zeus-ish guys. The craftsman shape, if you will. Zeus is said to rape Ganymede. Ganymede is a choir boy type of person, an altar boy, a cupbearer, close enough. We see the Boy Scouts, the churches, it goes without saying, the child abuse scandals. Okay, there's no massive movement to change the culture, they just fall in line. They're just controlled opposition, which is typical of Roman politics. They would create the opposition, set them up to lose, and they'd win, and they march in triumphantly in their cult procession and manner. We have the Olympics and Mount Olympus. Zeus, aka Satan, aka Baal, he's Baal's Greek equivalent, and Jupiter is his Roman equivalent. Okay, Greco-Roman culture. Okay, Greco-Roman Baalist culture, if you will. Okay, Baal, aka Zeus, is the king of kings in Mount Olympus. Okay, and his son is Zagreus, aka Serapis, whose name is rapes scrambled. We have pagan holidays, right? The festival of Saturnalia, where Zeus overthrows Saturn, right? Role reversal. The son overthrows the father. Okay, but notice, and El, right? So, and we go, El is superimposed, from what I gather, on Ra, Israel, Abraham, okay? Champion, Siham, Pion, okay? The word Ra, okay? Alpha. So the natural alpha is superimposed on the scribe in the theater tradition of Greece. And the scribe is some kind of theater nerd kind of guy, some kind of gayish guy, mentally ill, hell and ill, and mentally ill, and illusion, and ill-gotten gains, and illogic. Okay, so they say, beware of wolves in sheep's clothes. The other symbol of the Roman people was the wolf, because Romulus and Remus were raised by wolves. And, wait for it, Romulus killed Remus to become the heir apparent, to become the man, to become the founder of Rome. And Rome scrambled his more, and these guys roamed around like Cain roamed outside of the garden. If you think all this is a coincidence, you are fucking insane. Now, what did these people do? They went around the world and they became the peoples they colonized. Wolves in sheep's clothes, the locals being colonized in Northern Europe. Wait! Grabbed by the Roman soldier, the women taken away, they'd rape them, they'd have kids, and they say, now my kid is the local heir of this. In the tradition of Romulus killing Remus, if you will. Okay, so they became the English. They became these guys to some degree. We see the same thing with Native Americans and black people. They're often crypto-Jews, crypto-white. My father is black African Nigerian. My mother is white. Okay? That's not the same thing as white people after stealing all this land and raping and killing all these people for generations and never repenting. This kind of wave of Roman treachery that starts in Africa hundreds of thousands of years ago, migrates to the Middle East, migrates to Rome, and migrates throughout Europe, and they become these people, and they rape and kill everybody, and these people are on board with them for generations, literally on board as they migrate over as colonists, as settlers. Remember, Set is the Egyptian equivalent of Zeus and Baal. There's no other way it could be. All these churches have settled for the laws of the land and propounding pagan holidays quite often, propounding the despicable falsehoods, and quite often using the false Jesus image. We don't have a single example in American history of a church doing something respectable, basically. Closest thing to it perhaps is Martin Luther King, right? For the most part, all of them just did the wrong thing. And now that I am here, they reject me as Christ because they chose Seth over the hero, Son of God, the heir, Son of God, the heir Alpha, Son of God. And that's why the pagans superimpose Horus on the idea. Their forms of Horus, the Khan, us. They say this guy has a certain shape that's like the stripper in the club, that's like this prostitute on the street, Stormy Daniels, Melania Trump, you name it. And so whore them, and they were gender neutral LGBT people. So gay guys want to rape me, and the men who are bisexuals and their allies want to rape the woman and use rape by deception and con sent. Con hero sent, con Horus sent, fake Horus sent. If you don't know that I'm right to a T, you are one sick fuck. You must obey God through me and accept the consequences, or you accept being on board with the Boa Road. Thank you.